Hello, this is Halo Wars Delta doing a commentary battle on my first Napoleon Total War battle. I'm playing as Britain, my opponent is playing as Austria. On my left flank I have 2 light dragoon units and 2 dragoon guards. I have a light foot unit and a 6-pounder horse artillery. I also have a 5-pounder, 5 howitzer. 2 green jackets, general staff, a foot guard, 4 foots and 2 Highlander regiments, and another foot regiment on my right flank. My opponent, Tat GB, has many Hungarian Fusiliers and 5 units of Jaegers. So he's advancing in a long, thin line forward, and then I'm moving my 2 rifleman units up to take a little enemy casualties. My 6-pounder horse artillery firing into the enemy ranks. Fortunately, because of a little hill, some bullets have been obstructed, but they have caused 2 casualties. So now my howitzer is firing into his Hungarian Fusiliers. Hasn't caused any damage yet, but will do. Now, this is my first multiplayer battle. I haven't recorded a battle of Napoleon. This is my first recording, but I've played many battles. Just trying to get into playing it and getting used to it before deciding to record one. I also have a review of Napoleon Total War. And now his Hungarian Fusiliers got bombarded by 1 shot on this side. The left unit lost 16 and the right unit lost 20. But now moving round my cavalry on my left flank with the limbered artillery, unlimbering now. My green jackets were stationary when the Jaegers advanced, so they got the first volley off, taking down the morale of the Jaegers. And then moving in my light foot to support my green jackets. My howitzer just sat here, just bombarding away without getting hit, but now dangerously destroying the enemy's morale. So my cavalry's just sat here unopposed, but the enemy Austrian cavalry is moving round on his left flank, my right flank, and his line infantry stretched out in a long line, which later on I do learn to do that, but just at the moment getting used to the game. But that one shell took out about 3, 5, 7 men. Now moving forward my 2 units of foot on my left flank to try and take out the Windjägers. Also routing a Jaeger unit. And on my right flank I have a foot unit and a Highlander slowing the advance of these Hungarian Fusiliers. I'm now pushing around on my left flank with my dragoons, light dragoons and dragoon guards, but now pushing around, and the Austrian's seen it, so he's reforming, unfortunately. But in that time of that reform, he's not really forming square. Really, I should have just gone straight into him. Now I do. On my right flank, he's just pushed straight through without any defenders. But at least on my left flank, I've taken his morale down to halfway and is dangerously low now. For some reason he's formed square with that unit but not with that unit, and annoyingly I send a unit in, taking lots of damage. Now his Hungarian Fusiliers are getting absolutely destroyed now. But then again, these two units aren't really taking any damage as I'm reforming, and his cavalry units are just charging into that flank. What I would have done, I would have charged them round and taken out my artillery. But as you can see, I've now formed square with the Highlander. Fortunately not with my other. My Green Jackets is also in combat. So this Highlander will hold off this Hungarian Hussars easily, retreating the Green Jackets from combat, and now he's retreating completely his cavalry from combat, but now moving them over towards my artillery. Fortunately my left flank, my dragoons are now routing, but I've moved my cavalry round the square to take on his remaining Windjägers and Jaegers that came back from routing. But I now have the advantage in the line infantry, as I've taken out his main force, especially with my howitzer firing over. Now my 6-pounder horse artillery just formed up ready to hopefully fire on the enemy cavalry.
Our men are running.
I'll bring in my general and rifles to Green Jackets to try and kill the Hungarian Hussars. Now in the middle it's just really chance of leaving my cavalry around this area so these 3 units can take out these 2. So as you can see, the line infantry fighting in the middle, my cavalry on my left flank. If you look this way, my artillery still alive in this general area, also with my rifles in general. Highlander foot still in square, a foot and a Highlander regiment with 2 foot units here, a light foot, a Green Jacket, and these 2 units of foot have now routed this unit of Austrians, leaving 1 unit in square. Now, Napoleon is so much more interesting than Empire. The multiplayer is so much more intense. The smoke just really adds another dimension to the game, as you can lose the unit banners, so you're searching around for units wildly. Just finishing off the remainder of the Austrian force, routing one Hungarian Fusiliers and just one left. And then on this far side there's a Hungarian Fusilier unit.
Is soon to be yours.
So the regimental march of the British has now routed the Hungarians. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you.